Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is, I believe, episode 3 of the modular layout design. Now, a lot has definitely happened since the last episode. If you guys remember in episode 2, we were in a garage, but that was the old house in California. We now officially have moved to San Antonio, Texas, obviously. And right now, this is kind of an update for the modular layout. So, on the last video, I was talking about how high the particular corners of the modulars were. But now, as you can see, I've got all the new legs cut down to the height that I want it, so that way we can go all the way around. We got the experimental testing range there. We've got David Wilding corners here. Yeah, we got 6 corners that eventually will be this triple track layout. But we were finally able to complete the layout. Kind of makeshift designs here. Originally, this was given to me for free. It was part of a shelf layout that got disassembled, and one of the members of my old club gave me the piece to it, and I converted it into a modular layout. And so kind of Frankenstein it together, put some legs on, and was able to make it a quarter modular, so that way I can actually finish the layout. And then we made these bridge connectors, so that way we can complete the layout. Now I know this looks a little sketchy, but it is sturdy. I've tested it multiple times. I've ran that big boy for a total of 24 hours on this particular layout just to make sure of the sturdiness, and it is good to go. So I'm very excited. Again, this is more of a temporary design right now. I plan on getting some bigger corners, so that way this can be a little bit more stable. Right now, my Centennial, one of my larger engines, cannot go on this turn. I believe it's more, I guess it's like a 28 radius right here roughly, and maybe 30 on that end. But beyond that, my Centennial can't make it through here with a train. It, as a diesel, it can actually make it through, but it will not survive with the couplers and so forth. It'll derail anything that it pulls. So that is the limiting factor on this. My big boy can make it through, which I am excited for. But yeah, we've got a fully functional DCC Digitrax layout, which I am excited for. And that is pretty much the modular layout in itself, kind of an update there. Also on the back wall here, we started to put up some IKEA shelving up here, because what I needed to do is I needed to see just how big my freight inventory was and what exactly I have in my collection, so that way I can start inventorying it. If I want to do maybe mini ops here on the layout, then I'll know exactly what my inventory looks like. And so we've got a lot of shelves here to help me do that. And then over here, we've got all of our cabooses. Again, I apologize if it's kind of dark. Let's see if I can put a light on back here. There we go. So I plan on doing some more shelves here to add more space, and then definitely add a lot more shelves over here. Probably put 2 more shelves here and 3 to 4 more shelves down there. This is going to be the my passenger collection that I have for the UP and other passenger cars that I have. Kind of the goal is to take all of those cases that have I got more freight in there. I got a lot more passenger cars. I kind of, again, want to put it on display. I want to put it out here so that way I can have a visual, how can I say it? I just want to see it visually of my inventory, so that way I get a better idea. But I'm definitely excited, especially to get all these passenger cars up here, to see all the different colors. Some of these are blue box coaches, which I'm not a big fan of. I'm more a fan of the AHC old 90s Riverossi cars. I got a couple of them up here that I like. They're definitely my preferred choice of freight car or passenger cars, I should say. But so in here in the center, as far as how am I going to control this layout, what kind of future holds, I kind of talked about this in my channel update, but now I can actually show you guys what I'm planning to do. So down here, at least that power strip right there, I can actually control it from my phone. It's part of my home network system, so we're definitely digitizing the crap out of this house a little bit. So literally I can power the layout from my phone, which is pretty cool. So basically, as I walk up the stairs over there, I can literally go to my phone and power up the layout, which is what I'm going to do real quick. So I'm going to go to my phone and power up my layout, and you'll see the main light coming on. So we go to the app here. All right, and then you'll see as soon as the layout turns on, you'll see a light turn green here. So let me go ahead and do that. All right, that is that train room. Cool. So by pressing a button on my app on my phone, I basically have the layout has now come alive. My light for the main layout has come on, and you see my signal turn on from the I believe it's the S8EC board over here, which we'll talk about that here in a second as well, because that has been quite a topic for conversation. Excuse me, I'm kind of a little bit under the weather, but I really wanted to push this video out to give you guys kind of an update on day 3 on the modular layout and where we're going to go in the future. And so again, working on I'm planning to get myself a 2 more monitors so I can work on the programming and the dispatch table, because again, I want this layout to have dispatch functions. I want to have a board on there via JMRI and so forth. So we're going to come over here and basically we're going to look at the brains of this layout. So we're going to go underneath here. All right, so this is the brains of the layout, which I'm definitely excited for. So this is going to be where I stream. So I definitely want to have a streaming computer kind of set up here and go from there. This is going to be where I'm going to have my command station, my power setup and everything, so you guys can see how I'm going to set up. Right now I've got the aircraft carrier test demo for all my Digitrax stuff for the How Far Can We Take Digitrax series, which I will be making probably the next video right after this one, because there's been some good debate on a particular video about the S8 EC, which is that board right there, being upgraded to the, I can't remember the names, I think it's called the SE74. So yeah, I've already got one on order, and I'm going to be doing a video on that because I'm actually excited to get that. And you can see there's the DS74 that's been all hooked up to the board, to switches here and everything. And I still got to do a video on how this works, because the last video I made, I know it was like 6 months ago, and I need to do episode 2, so I do apologize for the lateness on that, but I had to move in between now and then. But now that I've got this out again, I think everything is working, got everything mostly hooked up, I can get back into that series. But again, I love what I see. You know, I see the shelves back there, got the lay. What's cool about this particular spot where I'm sitting is that I basically have a full 360 view of the layout, and I am really excited that I decided to take the leg height of the layout down, so that way I can just sit down and, man, it's a trance feeling. Like, you see the big board kind of go around in circles. It is quite awesome. And I'll do that at the end of this video as well, so you guys can see. But I've got my posters hung up. I'm going to have a lot more of the train memorabilia stuff and photos and calendars and so forth on that wall. Probably will have a little bit more on that wall as well. I'll probably have some memorabilia up there, and probably a little bit up there, and maybe on that wall too. So this whole room is going to be dedicated to a train room, which I am so excited for. So yeah, I got my PR4 here that I use to code on my programming track right here. The DC S52 is here to help me. Originally I was using it to program on the main, but I may end up moving this over here as a command station. Again, I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to take it just yet, but I'll talk more about that in the How Far Do We Take Digitrax series episode 2. So we'll do that another day. So yeah, right now the basic, very basic setup of this layout is that I've got a DS50 that's connected to my layout, and it feeds through the bus wire over there. I've got my controller here, and it's been so long I can't remember what the name of this controller is, but anyways, I've got this connected to my LNWI, and then the plan is, again, in my How Far Can We Take Digitrax series, I'm going to get as many different options for you guys if you want to dive into Digitrax on the availability that you have. I'm going to be talking about a lot of cool things that I've got planned coming up. So Some other things about the layout is that finally starting to convert some of my DCC DCC ready engines into full DCC. This is basically the entry level because I'm still new to converting engines to DCC. So right now I'm just starting with non-sound, not fancy, no speakers or anything, just a very simple 9-pin or to 8-pin decoder. So this is the DH166PS. So I'm diving into that. Once I get more comfortable, I'll have a video on that, on how to do it. I was able to convert my first one. It was like a SP SD45 engine. I was able to convert for the first time, and with good success. And so I'm going to do a video with my front runner here, because I definitely want to convert this guy. It has very sentimental meaning considering that I've actually ridden on one of these front runner trains. And so I want to get that converted for you guys as well. So we'll do a video on that as well. Just very basic. I know it's for those who have converted DC engines. Again, this is going to be very quick entry level information. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for that. And I just realized I left my fuel tank from my from my 45. So I'll probably go grab that real quick and put the fuel tank on. But yeah, so anyways, that is basically episode 3 of the modular layout. Hope you guys are liking where this is going. I'm very excited for it. I cannot wait to live stream from here, so that way you guys can get the multiple camera angles from this particular area. But yeah, let's go ahead and run some trains. So let me go ahead and let me dial up 4018 here, and then we'll be on our way. So 4018 loco, let's get the sound. Yep, I do need to steal. Let's see if I can steal it here. Yep. So we got the sound on. And we'll go from there. So if you're worried about if that is going to survive, I've actually got screws that are screwed into those pieces of wood. Same with that one over there and that one over there. So I've tested this a lot, even with some of my more heavier engines, and it's pretty secure. So if you guys are wondering about that, I have tested it multiple times. So right now, that is the big boy 4018 River Rossi DCC with sound. It is currently pulling the Missouri Pacific Colorado Eagle passenger train. And this is like the best spot of the house, because literally I can just watch it going around in circles. And there you have it. So that's pretty much a glimpse of the future, essentially. Another thing I gotta do, I just realized that I gotta do local net so that way I can have control on this side. But let me also show you guys kind of what I'm gonna be doing for that, because I'm the type of person that I want to keep things simple. And so what I've been doing is that with that LNWI, it gives me so much flexibility. And something that I thought about doing is, I've got the LNWI, and instead of trying to sacrifice my phone, well, my old phone is actually broken and overheating every time that I use it. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take this Galaxy Tab here, the A7 Lite. I got this on sale. I'm going to turn this basically into my controller. A very cheap $100 controller. Again, I say cheap as in relative term, because I think it's the 604D controller from Digitrax. That's like a $400 controller. Whereas this one, I can you know, command it. It has a nice big screen that I can use. Again, not too big that I can't keep it mobile, but this is going to be my controller. So as I come up to this room, you know, I'll probably have this mounted on the wall, charging or something like that. And I'll come up to the room. I can grab my phone, turn on the layout, grab my controller here, and then just control it from the outside, so that way I don't have to keep going in and out to control a train. So that's kind of the idea going forward, and I'm excited because then with that I can control turnouts, I can control signals. There's a lot I can do with that. So that is the plan going forward, and I am definitely excited for it. Let me grab this guy here. Sweet. So this was the first one that I converted from DC ready to DC full-on DCC, and I basically made a little note there saying Digitrax DCC and a type of decoder, so that way I know that, hey, this has a decoder in it. I know which type, and I know the number there. So yeah, I gotta put the fuel tank back on this guy, so let's go ahead and I'll bring this over to remind myself, because I've got a lot of work to do. But let's see. So I'll put that there. And kind of one more thing I want to show you guys. And this is basically the closet of goodies. Actually, I got two more things to show you guys. So this is kind of a layout update slash channel update, but I also keep it as modular episode 3. But anyways, over here is basically all my DCC engines that I don't use slash DC engines. And my goal probably for next year is to get most of these DC engines actually converted to DCC. So you can see kind of a lot of collection here. I've got the 844 that's in DC. I want to convert that. I got a PRT1 that I want to convert. Yeah, there's just a lot of projects in here. I've got a 4002 big boy DC Greyhound scheme I want to convert. So a lot of things on my to-do list. And then kind of another bonus I want to show you guys is in this room. So this room, we have finally decided that this is going to be converted into an N-scale layout. So what we're going to do is, right now we got the basic Kato, you know, oval circular track, because we want to run this Hello Kitty bullet train. But I love Kato. It's definitely one of my favorite brands, especially for N-scale. But what we're going to do in here is, this room will eventually be transformed into a T-track room. So you'll see the T-track modulars. We'll have series on that, and I am definitely excited to move that forward. So definitely something for the future to look forward to. But for now, we have the Monster HO layout. So with it, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Again, thank you guys so much for an awesome 2022. Again, I know we had to move right in the middle of this year, and the content definitely slowed, but with shorts being a thing, I can get you guys at least something out daily. That's typically my goal, is try to release one short video, maybe 2 short videos a day from the SAMRA, San Antonio Motor Railroad Association Museum. And then now with this layout finally being operational, I can start doing shorts from in here. And again, if you guys see any particular engine from my videos that you want me to run, just let me know. If they're DC, you know, I don't have a DC layout yet. The mythical city that was basically 4 modulars, those are going to be eventually be rebuilt in my garage, so that way I can run DC trains. But for now, I can't run DC. So that's kind of the downside right now. But yeah, that is basically episode 3, guys. Thank you so much for, again, watching these videos, being patient with me. And hopefully you guys enjoy all the content that's coming out. Again, a lot of great talk on the SC74. I plan to get that video once I have that device in my hot little hands to experiment with. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm probably try to get the episode 2 of this work, and I'm probably going to work on getting that connected and fully operational here soon, so I can get episode 2 on how that actually works. Because I realized in my last video, I never actually got that working. I just talked about how it's all wired and everything. So that's going to be the focus on episode 2. But anyways, I think I've rambled enough. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy holidays. And with that, I'll see you on the next episode.